So we're going to call this Meatballs Part 2. In my previous video, I used frozen meatballs and we did smothered meatballs in a nice rich gravy. This is going to be Italian meatballs, so hope you enjoy. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a third cup of plain breadcrumbs and a half a cup of milk, and I'm going to let that soak for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to just give that a little stir, and we're going to let that milk soak into those breadcrumbs. You can also use chicken stock or beef broth at this point if you want. You're just looking for the liquid. Now with my meatballs, I'm going to use a combination of ground pork and ground beef. This happens to be sirloin, so it's super lean. So this is a 90-10, and this is ground pork, whatever percentage fat that is. By the way, if you use Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, just don't put the Italian seasoning into the mix. You don't need to double dip on that. Also, earlier today, I knew I was going to make this. I went ahead and sauteed a medium onion and 2 cloves of garlic. So that's what this is. So I'm going to put this in my bowl along with the ground beef and the ground sausage. I don't want that in there. I've got 2 whole eggs, about a teaspoon of salt, or to taste. I'm going to go with a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm going to give it like a heaping teaspoon. And I'm going to do half a teaspoon of red pepper flake. This doesn't really heat things up as much as it just kind of gives it that little bit of, just that little bit of heat. Anyway, you can skip the red pepper flake if you want. I'm going to go with half a teaspoon. 2 tablespoons-ish of finely grated Parmesan cheese. Again, we're not making fancy French pastries here. We're making meatballs. So if you go a little bit more this or that, you're fine. And here's my breadcrumb mixture. It's already soaked in. So add your breadcrumb mixture. Grab your favorite mixing tool, whether it's your hands, wooden spoon, whatever you got, and let's mix this up till it's well blended. By the way, if you have your meat out ahead of time, so it's not quite room temperature, but not refrigerator cold, this will mix much easier. This is where I get a spoon, grab my spatula, make sure I get everything in here. My wife makes fun of me because I'm already at my 3rd mixing utensil. Now that this is all mixed up, this is going to go into the refrigerator while I preheat my oven because I want this a little bit cold. Refrigerate up to an hour. Preheat your oven to 425, and then we're going to make the meatballs, and they're going to go directly into the oven. My oven has preheated to 425. I've taken a cookie sheet and I've covered it to give you an idea how big this cookie sheet is. This is a 3/4 cookie sheet. So I'm going to just give it a little bit of a spray. And I've got a disher, ice cream scoop, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to dish these out. Use whatever size you like. And of course, depending on the size you choose, determines how many meatballs you're going to make. So this is a 2-ounce disher. So I'm going to make quite a few meatballs here. I'm not going to take them out and round them. I don't care if my meatballs have a flat side. So I'm going to just start dishing out some meatballs. One thing about using a disher is that you are very uniformed in the size of your meatballs. I also don't mind if they have like a little skirt around them. Doesn't matter. They're meatballs. Oven baked. Oh, it got a little big. So if I was super careful and didn't have like, well, you see here, like the little outside where it kind of skirted off, this would have made 24 2-ounce meatballs. This is going into a 425-degree oven for about 30 minutes. So those were in 425-degree oven for about 30 minutes. And they're well over done. So they're running about 190 degrees, which is fine. We're dealing with meatballs, right? So these are good to go. So what you can do now is let these come to room temperature, put them in the fridge. They're good 3 or 4 days. Snack on them, whatever you want to do. You can freeze them for up to 3 months, maybe longer if you got a food saver. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer these to my Dutch oven and use some tomato sauce, our favorite tomato sauce. And I'm going to simmer these for about 30, 45 minutes. Then I'm going to make meatball subs with them. Guess I didn't use enough spray. See how we're doing here. Good stuff. All right, I'm gonna just let this simmer for about an hour. Easy peasy cleanup. I've taken a roll, a couple of meatballs, some sauce, some mozzarella cheese, and I'm gonna toast it up in the oven. There we go. One mini meatball sub. This is gonna get messy. Homemade meatball sub. I'm afraid of it right now. It's too hot. I better cut into this, otherwise I'm gonna be wearing cheese. Homemade mini meatball subs. That meatball is perfect. Nice and soft. Amazing flavor. Not overpowering with any particular flavor. It's just a good mix. That good stuff. Going in for another one. The reason I made mini meatball subs is because I got the wrong buns. These are hot dog buns. I thought I got hoagie rolls, but I'll just have 2 of these if I need it. But delicious, nice soft bun, great sauce. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I really appreciate it. Cheers.